Holloway Redmond knew the right way to do things. Stubborn, but Mr. Redmond was also open to learning. A wise man change, fool stays the same, as he would say. And so it went. As the garden at the food bank built up a compost pile, Mr. Redmond would carry off buckets to his garden. When we got hens, Mr. Redmond got hens. I befriended Mr. Redmond 10 years ago while I was organizing a farmer's market in his neighborhood. At 80 years old, having lived in 40 states, working in 26 of them, as a cook on a passenger train, piano pin bender, millwright, even owning several of his own barbecue joints, Mr. Redmond knew everything about everything. He liked what he liked, which was his cooking. He did like my pumpkin bread recipe. He taped the recipe on his kitchen cabinet and turned it into apple and banana bread people would special order. He cooked by feel, a scoop of Crisco per cups of flour for pie crust, and somehow his sweet potato pie came out perfect every time. After Mr. Redmond stopped driving, I'd take him to Food City. Sometimes we'd go to Pizza Hut and return home to play cards or just look at seed catalogs. People would say we argued like a married couple. When I left town, I left Mr. Redmond and our weekly outings too. I didn't realize how much I would miss the everyday things we did together. The wisdom in his stories, his relationship with God, and how it changed his life. When I returned, his health had declined. He sat more often. His poor circulation affected his mobility and his ability to garden, and ultimately his will to live. One day I noticed a "Do Not Resuscitate" sign hanging on his wall. He rarely made it to the markets anymore. Mr. Redmond's time on earth ended a week before he turned 91. Today his voice lives within me, the way he pronounced a word, his hands that endured the heat of baking pans and lovingly tore bread scraps for his hens, the purposeful way he carried out each and every day, allowing God to step in. Maybe Mr. Redmond was the grandfather I never knew.